Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Senator McConnell gave some insight on his final plans before retirement. And Pikeville had an art showcase highlighting the talents of young artists.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on Monday, April 29th. Now let's go ahead and send it over to meteorologist Mace Michaels for a look at your forecast this morning.
Hi there, Olivia. Good morning. We're looking at a mostly sunny and warm day today. A mild morning this morning. Pretty comfortable when you step outside with temperatures beginning the day in the mid-60s. You can see it's pretty quiet here. No traffic issues in and around the Pikeville area, of course, at least due to the weather. Things are looking pretty good. As we take a look in Hazard, you just see a little cloud cover, maybe a little reflection of the cloud cover. It's sparse cloudiness off the city lights. Warm temperature close to 60 at 59. And lots of upper 50s and 60s as you wake up around Eastern Kentucky this morning. It's a very quiet morning here. You'll notice on the satellite and radar throughout yesterday, there just were a few scattered clouds. Now back to the west, it's pretty active with several showers and thunderstorms in Illinois, Missouri. Those storms won't make it here until late tonight or into tomorrow. So today we're looking at a quiet and warm day as temperatures jump well up into the 80s. A look at the rest of the upcoming week in just a little bit, Olivia.
All right, Mace, thank you. Friends and family gathered at the Callahan Funeral Home to celebrate the life of a beloved sports personality. Teddy Painter died on April 20th, and his funeral was hosted last Saturday. A longtime sports reporter, some of his friends reflect on his career working in the sports field, doing what he loved.
And I sent him the stats, and he put it all in words for me and sent it back to me. I printed it that Sunday in the paper, and my boss already had reminded. He said, "Son," I said, "how'd you write such a great story being a rookie like that?" And I just smiled and I said, "Well, had a little bit of help." He looked at me and said, "Teddy helped you, didn't he?" I said, "Yeah, thank God for Teddy." I said, "Yeah, Teddy helped me." And he said, "That's great." So that's the kind of person Teddy was. You call him any time, 3 o'clock in the morning, it didn't matter. Teddy will be there for you. And I love him, and I miss him, and I thank God for him. And rest in peace, brother.
It's very rare that people wake up in the morning from their earliest to their going away. They got to do what they loved, and he did. He loved that. He loved sports.
Painter was 68 years old. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell appeared on Face the Nation Sunday morning. During his appearance, McConnell says before leaving the Senate, he intends to use his influence to increase the U.S. defense budget, no matter who is elected president this November. When asked about the recently passed foreign aid bill and Russia's progress in Ukraine, McConnell addressed whether the delay was thanks to Republicans and the common ground both parties had to reach.
Many of them, yeah. We took too long. This issue was like a family reunion, if you will, with a lot of different points of view being expressed around the table. All the Democrats were for Ukraine. There's no question that the debate was in our family, on our side, and there was a lot of skepticism for a long time, but I think it got better. And I think we proved that earlier this week.
McConnell also says that his focus isn't on the presidential race, but to get Republican control back in the Senate. Sunday, hundreds gathered in Pikeville to check out artwork created by students. WYMT's Jack Demler has more from the Pikeville Elementary Gym.
Chaslyn Sloan, a first-year teacher at Pikeville Elementary School, has always found joy in seeing the excitement on her students' faces.
So there is nothing like the joy of a kid's face, seeing that face light up when you pull out those paints. It is phenomenal, and it is nothing but pure joy, and I cannot describe that any other way.
A joy that others experience when seeing students' artwork on display in an annual art show.
Nothing gives me greater joy than to see our parents and our children and all of our families and our community come in and celebrate what our kids do at our school.
Sloan's first experience at setting up the art show, she says her plans changed as the school year went on.
As a teacher, you always have to be very flexible. So this year I started out with this big idea that I'm going to do a themed art show. And then the year progressed and the students' interests changed, and so I was flexible and I changed with that.
That led to more than 600 pieces of artwork, each unique in the way they were made. It is the uniqueness that Sloan says gives her the ability to see her students in their artwork.
When I look around, I can look at each individual piece and it can be like, oh, that's so-and-so, or oh, that's definitely them. Like, it's just, I can see them in their art.
And brings a sense of pride to those involved.
We are so proud of everything that they do, and we love seeing all the different types of art that are displayed here, and we love it when the students are able to show their families what they do at our school.
Taking time to display their artwork for everyone to see. In Pikeville, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Sloan says they will continue to host annual art shows for the students and will keep this year's artwork up through today for the students who weren't able to make it over the weekend. Students at South Laurel High School are getting the opportunity to learn in a new setting. The school recently opened its new greenhouse. Students, a part of Future Farmers of America, get to sell flowers, spices, and vegetables they grew in the greenhouse. FFA President Kadrian Lawson says they use the money to help them throughout the year to attend several events.
We take the money and everything we make this year will be able to provide us for next year. Everything we made last year got us going for this year, so we have to keep that money up and make sure that we're making more than we're spending. But along with that, if we do get any extra money, like you said, we have national convention, state convention, we take our FFA members to the rodeo, lots of experiences that some kids don't get to experience outside of FFA, so this money definitely goes to benefit that too.
Lawson says they will be open each Saturday until the end of the school year or whenever they sell out. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet announced a road closure in Knott County this week. Kentucky 3391 will be closed starting at 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. today and Tuesday. Work will begin between Blessed Lane and Memory Lane, mile marker 3.15. Accommodations for school buses and emergency vehicles will be made. All other traffic should find an alternate route. And thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, tech classes for seniors, that's what a Miami neighborhood thinks could benefit older Americans.
Pretty warm conditions across the area today. We will be well into the 80s with lots of sunshine this morning. A few clouds this afternoon. That'll lead to some storms late tonight and tomorrow. Full forecast is straight ahead.